How difficult it is to play a shot off the end boards and comes from a weird angle, goes off Tim's body. Just how hard it is for
It's not hard if you're playing in the paint, so it's an easy save for me, but if you're wandering out and aggressive like he does, I mean, that's going to happen. So he might make some saves that I won't, but in cases like that, I mean, we want to take advantage of bounces like that and make sure that we're in good position to bury those.
How about a shot fired across the bow from Roberto Luongo?
Not very subtle there. Kevin, is that not against goaltender union policy?
Wow. That was tangy. That was so tangy. I can't believe that. That was unbelievable.
They're probably, the softest team we played against, in this road trip, and, we should have had these 2 points.
In what way would you say soft?
Well, I think, we played some good teams, and I think, we probably should have beat these guys, to be honest with you.
You said this was the softest team they played on the road.
Joe said that? Yeah, wonderful. It caught me off guard when Stan brought it up after the game. It surprised me. I've never heard a player say that, and Joe's a heck of a player, but here's a player popping off about our team, and Joe hasn't won a thing in this league. He could go down as a player, being one of the better players in our league, never to win anything. So what he should do is just shut up, because it was uncalled for, it was classless, and I've never had it happen like that before.
Regular season games, one more here at UBS Arena. How does this rank for you in playoff pushes, the excitement of this building and the fans' involvement over the last couple of games?
Yeah, I mean, it's been unbelievable. It's a lot better than Vancouver, I'll tell you that for free.
Thanks, Bo.
A bunch of friends messaged me, and they were kind of giving me the idea to say something.
So the man in charge of the marquee at Vancouver's Penthouse nightclub grabbed a ladder.
I had the original idea without the edit, and obviously we can't do it, but that was the joke. And then I thought, I'm like, we actually have the characters, the @ symbol and the hashtag. I was like, we can kind of do it. And then when I woke up, I think it was like 70,000 impressions on Twitter.
The cheeky marquee reflects the real betrayal some Canucks fans are feeling.
Defensive center in this league, he's been up for some awards. Has he gone over the line in this series?
I mean, it just blows my mind. I mean, watching, I don't know what's going through his head out there, but like his family and his friends watching him play, I don't know how you cheer for a guy like that. I mean, it just doesn't make sense how he plays the game. So, I'm just trying to go there and play hockey, and it sucks when you gotta pull a stick out of your groin every shift.
The game within the game, though, is you versus Ryan Johansson. There's certainly verbal as well as physical sparring there. How much do you enjoy a battle like that?
Yeah, obviously, he's a skilled player, and I play the game hard, and obviously he doesn't like that.
Is it Eller that got hit? I'm really mad at player 61, whoever he is, because he passed me the puck in the middle of the rink when I wasn't looking, and that's always been a dangerous place as far as I know. Ever since I've been playing this game, that's a dangerous place to be, and bad things happen.
But one thing I could do, though, it's comment on McLean's comment. Inappropriate comment, no respect for the players on the ice who was bleeding, no respect for his family in a stand. When he compared that to a hockey hit, the comparison that he did, it was in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. And this is why we got new rules. When a player is vulnerable, that's why we got rules. That was a lack of respect to Lars Eller, a lack of respect to his family, and I'm not never going to accept that. Never.
He already showed enough disrespect over there, so we don't really care about what that bug-eyed fat walrus has to say.
Bug-eyed, I've never been called that before. That's a new one. Walrus, yeah, that's too easy. But I'll tell you one thing, I'm not fat.
I think I had him beat. I think the reason why he kind of slowed down, he knew I was going, he knew I was ready for his forehand shot, and I don't think he would have beat me anyway.
It should have been a penalty shot, there's no doubt about it. I like Patrick's quote that he would have stopped me. I just want to know where he was in Game 3. Probably getting his jock out of the stands out of the Raptors United Center. Man.
I can't really hear what Jeremy says because I got my 2 Stanley Cup rings plugged in my ear.
Well, what happened after Game 4, certainly attention was paid, in part because of what Brent Sutter had to say with the physical contact that your team had against Martin Brodeur, how much do you think that impacted Brodeur's play in this series?
I mean, I think he probably did it to himself more than anything. I think, you know, if you watch the games, he dove and was out of position a lot, and you know, it's just us playing hard and playing hockey, and it's playoffs, and we're not here to make friends with anyone, and we're just playing hard and trying to get our noses dirty, and it's a war out there, and you know, we certainly don't care what anyone thinks about how we play as long as we win.
It stood out on the handshake line that you and Martin Brodeur did not exchange pleasantries afterward. Did that surprise you? What did you think about that?
Well, everyone talks about how classy, unclassy I am, and Fatso there just forgot to shake my hand, I guess. So.
Did you think by watching that again, or by being there the first time, that he had that in his mind from the start?
I mean, I don't know. You know, I'm sure everyone will spin it and come up with their theories, but we outplayed them. I outplayed them. We're going to the second round. We got to get our heads on straight and have a big second round and just keep this going. We got 3 more parts.
I think he's feeling better, but obviously when you ever get cross-checked in the face, it's, you know, you're not feeling good for a while.
Jay Beagle said that the playoffs should be nasty. That's the way they like to play.
Yeah, well, I mean, if he thinks that's clean, then he's an idiot.
I guess someone told Kessel that quote, and he said if he thinks that was a clean hit, he's an idiot. So.
Ouch.
That explains the crowd.
That hurts. That's not very nice, but I mean, I guess he said what he said. I mean, I didn't comment at all on the hit. You know, the hit obviously was not intentional by Niski at all when you watch it. So, but I do like nasty playoff hockey.
Are you on for billboard material, anything like that, him calling you an idiot?
No, I mean, yeah, it hurts. I'm hurt deeply. You know, and I don't know if he wants to settle it. We could always, you know, play some Mario Kart. He knows where to find me. I mean, we'll take it there.
John, give us your overall assessment about the way the team played in this game tonight.
Played good at times, struggled in certain areas.
Concern for Derek Stepan on that play, on the hit to knee to knee?
Absolutely. It's a cheap, dirty hit. It's just, I wonder what would happen if we did it to their 2 whining stars over there. I wonder what would happen. So I'm anxious to see what happens with the league with this. Just no respect amongst players. None. It's sickening.
Why do you think that happens, a play like that?
Ask the guy who did it. Ask him. It's one of the most arrogant organizations in the league. They whine about this stuff all the time, and look what happens.
Is there any preliminary report on Stepan?
Haven't talked to Rammer. It's ridiculous. But they'll whine about something else over there, won't they? Starting with their 2 stars.
Okay, thanks, guys.
Have you had a chance to hear Tortorella's comments?
No. Vaguely got an idea of what he said, but figured he was just blowing up, so I'm sure he'll apologize today about it and everything will be forgotten.
What are your thoughts on somebody calling you and Gino whiners?
I don't know what he's talking about. I mean, if you want, you can put a camera on us all game. Put a camera on Callahan all game, and you'll see who's over there more. So he should worry about his own players.
You think this is a little bit of gamemanship?
Yeah, a lot of it. I don't know when this all started, if this is part of the new tactics heading into the playoffs, but it's garbage. And you know, the game's played on the ice, and you know, you get all this stuff going on. It's garbage. So it's nonsense, and if they want to do it, great. But I'm not going to waste my time answering questions about it all the time. It's getting pretty old.
So does that stuff even accomplish anything? If they're trying to.
I mean, if anything, they're trying to persuade officials from, you know, not making calls or second guessing things. So I hope it doesn't. I mean, it doesn't affect us, but I really hope they're not listening to that crap, because it's nonsense. So you know, they're trying every which way to gain an advantage. So be it. Try it, but you know, we're not paying a lot of attention to it. But it's getting old.
Disappointed in the suspension? Were you surprised by that in any way?
You know what? It is what it is. We're not going to whine here. Pittsburgh can whine. Pittsburgh whines enough for the whole league, so there's no room for any other team to whine. So we just go about our business.
If I had run my team into the sewer like that, I wouldn't throw a grenade at the other 29 teams and my own indirectly. So I have no intention of talking to him anytime soon. We're going to take the 3 picks, and given Kevin's recent performance, we expect them to be excellent picks. I think it's an act of desperation from a GM who's fighting to keep his job. This process is going to bite Edmonton in the butt someday.
What if there's an Oiler you want later in the season around trade deadline time?
Well, Bob Murray can talk to someone there, my assistant.
For a year, Kevin Lowe has been listening to that. 1 year of being openly bashed in the media. Lowe probably expected something after he signed Dustin Penner to a massive offer sheet, which the Ducks did not match. But a year later, Lowe finally had enough, and for the first time, he went off on Burke Friday night.
Where do I begin? He's a moron, first of all. Secondly, he really believes that, any news for the NHL is good news. Thirdly, he loves the limelight. And I don't think anyone in hockey will dispute that. Lastly, he's in the pathetic hockey market where they can't get on any page of the newspaper, let alone the front page of the sports. So any of this stuff carries on. This guy is an absolute media junkie, and it's I guess he's achieving what he wants because he gets his name in the headlines, but the reality is I hate the fact that my name is linked to his because he's he's an underachieving, wannabe in terms of success in the NHL. Won a Stanley Cup, great. I won 6 Stanley Cups. You want to count rings? I mean, who cares? But it's just a little pathetic that he carries on. Berkey loves the limelight. He's all bluff and loud, and Mac T said it best. He's like the Wizard of Oz. Pull the curtains away and there's not much substance. Here's the fact: he left Dave Nonis nothing in Vancouver, nothing. He destroyed that team. If it wasn't for Dave Nonis' incredible deal to con Mike Keenan to get Luongo in Vancouver, that team was taking a nosedive 2 years ago. I mean, that's his MO. But no one says anything about it. He goes into Anaheim and he inherits an incredible team. I'll tell you this, they have not much coming.
Jermaine Franklin has the story from where it occurred. Calgary.
You got camera?
Yeah.
I'm just going to say one thing quick. No, everyone. I'm really happy to be back in Calgary. I love Canada. And I just wanted to comment on how it's become like a common thing in the NHL for guys to fall in love with my sloppy seconds. I don't know what that's about, but enjoy the game tonight.
Sean Avery was referencing his past relationship with Dion Phaneuf's current girlfriend, Hollywood actress Alicia Cuthbert. His mean-spirited comments forced the NHL to take swift action, suspending the Dallas Stars agitator indefinitely before Tuesday night's contest.
Very disrespectful comment, and the league took action, and I definitely agree with the way that they took action today.
But he thought he was going to be, do something funny, and, it backfired. Now he's suspended, so, you got to keep your mouth shut.
Instead of having Avery accompany the team to Edmonton, the Stars have decided to send him home. The length of Avery's suspension will not be known until he has his mandatory hearing with Commissioner Gary Bettman.
It's fun just jabbing at them, and they're gonna snap once in a while. Like, if you just keep yanking at them and just doing little things to them, they're gonna snap. And I think you've seen what happened with the Sedin sisters.
If the Sedins become Hawks, will they still be sisters?
Well, they'll never become Hawks. They'll never. I don't think we'd let them on our team. Yeah, they probably still would be sisters. I think they might sleep in bunk beds. The older one has the bottom one, the younger one's got the top. In Vancouver, for sure, there's a lot of weirdos there. You don't want to be out there too long.
When you have comments like Bolin, obviously an individual whose IQ is probably the size of a birdseed, and he's got a face that only a mother could look at, probably for the Twins, they don't really care.